Shalom, shalom and welcome. My name is Symmanayah. Let's get started. This message is about motivational source. Each day we wake up with things on our mind, things to do, things to get done. But what motivates you? What is the source of our motivation? Whether it be to interact with one another, go to work, go to an assembly, go to some other function. What's the motivation source? Do you give thought to what's moving you to do the things that you do? I say, Yahuah, these are end times. These are times where we must begin to start being mindful of what the scripture means by pray without ceasing. What it means by praying, being prayerful to determine what Yahusha wants from us. What the Almighty Father, Yahuah, is saying to us through Yahusha, His word. My brother, my sister, there are things we don't understand, but they will become clearer in the coming days. Major corrections are coming to make Yahuah whole. With all these different camps and different positions and silos and stuff, Yahuah will be gathered, but in order to be gathered, we must come to an agreement. We must know what is indeed set apart and righteous, what is wise. Even if you go to work, what motivated you to go to work? More than likely, you're not working for free in some cases. So what are you going to do with the money you earn? Pay rent, buy food and shelter, of course. But what happens with all the rest? Or should I say, what little you have left? What do we do with that? What types of foods do we eat? What types of drinks do we drink? Motivation source. You see, the body war against the spirit. It is written in the scriptures. So is our flesh causing us to have habits for sweets, for coffee, for ice cream, for chocolates, for things that we eat? Have we established habits that was motivated by the flesh warring against the spirit? And when we say, I do what I want, I say what I want, I eat what I want, I go where I want, are we really? Are we really that oblivious to how Satan works and how Yahusha works? How the Almighty Father works in us to bring us more and more into set apartness. Let us start looking at the motivational source, from the one in the mirror to the one we engage, even throughout assemblies. When you come together and you start having conversations, discuss what motivated them to come, what motivated them afterwards. What did they get that energized, that brought about motivation? Let us, O Yahuah, begin to examine what is the motivational source. What is the origin of that motivation? Why we are doing something, why we are saying something. And prayerfully see how our actions and words are connected to Scripture. And if not, purge the things that are not connected to Scriptures. Come away from the things that are wicked. That's all I have to say today, my brother, my sister, my family. We must begin to be cognizant, be aware. Are we acting based off of psychological programming or set apart spirit? The set apart spirit. Do we know the interaction between the brain and our inward man? Let us realize that we have an inward man. Let me read this to you, my brother, my sister. Let me read this. Ephesians 5:18 through 20 in the eSword scripture version says, do not be drunk with wine, in which is loose behavior, but be filled with the Spirit. That's the motivation source, the Spirit within us. Speaking to each other in psalms, such as prayer, and songs of praise, and spiritual songs, singing, striking the strings in your heart to the Master, giving thanks always for all to Elohim the Father, in the name of our Master Yahusha Messiah, subjecting yourselves to each other in fear of Elohim. Now, the literal of this passage is talking about marriage, the relationship between a husband and wife. But Yahusha said in John that he gives us everlasting life through his word. His word is everlasting. So I say to you, my brothers and sisters, is it just about marriage? And it gives an example earlier in this chapter of Yahusha's relationship with the assembly. So I say to you, my brother, my sister, my family, what's motivating you? Is it the Spirit within? I pray that you're doing okay. And I pray that these words motivate you, encourage you. And I pray that the Almighty Father is giving you wisdom and understanding to know what to do during these last days of our lives before the physical return of Yahusha. That's all I have. My brother, my sister, my family, be encouraged. Shalom.